Okay, so I took the last 2 weeks of vlogging, which I hope is okay. um, Once because I was on holiday the first week, and then I kind of fell headfirst into reading slump, and getting back to work and kind of feeling overwhelmed. And I was just not in the headspace to actually do a reading vlog. But yeah, now I am back. What do we need to talk about? I DNF'd 2 books. I DNF'd the Michael Crichton book, Disclosure, I think it's called. And I also DNF'd. What was the second one? Oh, The Beach. I just didn't like the characters, and I just didn't sound that interesting once the book started. So yeah, I just DNF'd those 2 books. I would never have gotten through them. I did finish my reread of the first book in the David Edding series, and Lee Edding, the Belgariad, the first one. Porn of Prophecy, I think is the name. I gave that 4 stars again. Really liked that. Great reread. And then I did also read the second part of Words of Radiance. I did that off camera. I also wasn't in the mood to pick up the camera with that. I gave it a little, like, really low 4 stars again. I like the story. I still have the same problems with the first part of the book, that it's just too much filler. There are so many boring parts in there where I was like, why do we even have that in the book? I like the core of the story, though some characters still behave a little bit weirdly. But like the core of the story is really good, but like it's just too big. It's too massive. It's unnecessarily big. So yeah, I didn't really feel like capturing my thoughts on camera for that, because yeah, I just wasn't the most impressed with that book. But yeah, so that is what I kind of did reading wise, whilst I was on vacation. And then yesterday I went into a bookshop. I only wanted to pick up 1 book. It was 4 books that I picked up, which you will have seen a couple of them in the TBR video. So let me quickly show you those. I picked up Stephen King's new short story collection, which is You Like It Darker, and then I picked up Kiki's Delivery Service, which I found this really pretty copy. I didn't know this was a book, so I was really excited to find a copy of this, because I have not watched the movie yet, and this way I can read the book first and then watch the movie, which my partner says is great. And then I picked up this lovely book, which is called The Full Moon Coffee Shop, which is a coffee shop run by cats that only is when and where it's needed. Like, you can only find it when and where it's needed, and then they help you find your destiny, which sounded super cute. So I picked this one up. And then the last one, which is the book I'm currently reading as well, is The Mercy of Gods by James S.A. Corey, which is the author of The Expanse. I think it's on an author team, but yeah. I read the first 3 books of The Expanse, and I really liked them. My only problem is that series is so long, and at the moment I'm just not capable to read series that long. And then I saw this one, which is a new series by him. It's still a sci-fi, where we have god, like, alien beings and humans. Super interesting. And the aliens kind of destroy the human planet and take the humans captive, and that is their downfall. That is what I've gathered so far. And yeah, I picked this up because I didn't know he has a new sci-fi series out there, and I couldn't leave it, because I did really love the first 3 books of The Expanse. But yeah, here we have the point of view of the aliens a little bit, and then we have the point of view of a scientist from the humans aren't living on Earth. They're kind of, they came from Earth at some point, but like it's like an alien planet that they made their second home on, pretty much, in like a different galaxy, and the aliens come and kind of scoop them up. But at the moment, I'm just at the point of view from this scientist who is like trying to survive his apprenticeship as a scientist, and he's like on this team with this like super cool scientist and his girlfriend, and yeah, it's a little bit of like, not coming of age. I think he's slightly older, but like finishing university and then getting into the real world. It's a little bit where we're at right now. But yeah, that is what I'm currently reading, and so hopefully that continues good. It is really interesting. I also did get a lot of knitting done. Our vacation was really nice. We did do a lot of nice things. I bought a lot of yarn, which like kind of feel bad for showing you that, but yeah, I bought a lot of like black yarn and this like green and golden colored yarn when I was at my mom's, because I did visit the yarn store there, which was really nice. And then I ordered some yarn, but I ordered yarn to finally finish my green sweater, and then I ordered yarn to start my partner's sweater, which was really needed. And I got a lot done with my knitting, so I will show you that in a clip. But yeah, that is the start to the vlog, and I will see you with a reading update later on. I'm a fourth of the way through The Mercy of Gods now, and I am loving it. I think one thing I realized with this book is the sci-fi that I enjoy is where you have a scientist in the main character role, because they seem to be so much more interactive with like sci-fi topics if they actually try to learn stuff and not just live through the journey, but like, you know, think about the things they know and actually like research what is going on around them, and you know, which I'm really loving, and this is really nice because of that. The other thing I really like is that we get both perspective, one from our main character and then one from the aliens. The main character switches, so we get a couple of different perspectives, but we have like one main character, and then we have a couple of like extra perspectives from the human side, and then we have the alien side, which is super interesting. So I'm really enjoying that, and I'm at the point now where the aliens have killed 1/8 of the population of the humans on the planet, and the rest of the humans have now been corralled together, and our main character got taken onto a transport that will be going off planet, which, you know, it's interesting. I'm interested to see where this is going. One quote I thought was really funny, which was what I ended on today reading, which is a note from a fellow researcher of our main character, who was on his team working, and his comment on being corralled onto the transport was, "I think some important scientific questions have finally been answered. Alien life exists and they are assholes." And I don't know, it kind of, yeah, it fits. It really does. So yeah, this is a really fun story. I'm really happy that I picked it up on Saturday. I'm really enjoying it. I did also like The Expanse, so you know, I knew I would most likely like the writing style in the story. But yeah, it is a really fun story. Don't know if I love the design of the book, I have to be honest. It is this like pretty similar to The Expanse. I think they also had the colored squares with the name of the series on them, which the series is called The Captives' War. So yeah, don't know. I don't think it's the prettiest book, but it is a lot of fun to read, which is the more important thing. So yeah, a fourth of the way. I will continue with that tomorrow. Today I'm gonna do a little bit more knitting, which, let me show you the finished sweater. I need to wash this, but I wanted to show you. So this is my finished green sweater. I don't know if the arms are long enough, so I need to wash it, see how much it grows, because it's only 50% merino. The merino I had so far did grow quite a bit, but it is 50% cotton, which didn't grow for me. So yeah, 50% chance this will grow a little bit, 50% it won't. But yeah, it looks really nice. It feels wonderful, and I just need to see if the arms are long enough, and if not, I will just make the cuffs longer probably. But hopefully I will not have to do that, and hopefully once it's washed it is long enough so that the arms feel good. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this sweater is looking. I think it's a really nice looking sweater, and so yeah, I'm happy that I finished that yesterday. And then I also made quite good progress with my striped sweater. So let me show you that one. This is the back. This is how my striped sweater is looking so far. I finished both of the arms and I am currently continuing with the body of the sweater. It is looking really good so far. Still don't know if I love the color on me, but that is something I would have to figure out once I can wear it. If I don't love it, I will just wear it around the house. Because it is really comfy, I know that. It's just I'm not 100% like sure that I love the color on myself, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that is what I'm currently working on. And then I did start yesterday the sweater for my husband. He chose this really nice, like awkward turquoisey awkward color, and I started, like, I only have like the cast on. But yeah, I did want to finally start this one. It's the first time, like, I finished the beanie for him, which I have to like show you a picture because he has it downstairs. He already wore it, which he's really happy with, which makes me happy. But that was the first time I knit something for somebody else. And yeah, I kind of want to, you know, finally start on his sweater. He's really excited for it, which obviously makes me really excited. And yeah, it is the same cotton merino blend than my green one, so I know it feels wonderful on the skin, which is obviously important. And yeah, I don't like the color on myself, but I do think it's a pretty color, so hopefully it will look good on my partner. But you know, he will probably wear it whether it's looking good or not in the end. But yeah, I'm hopeful it will. It feels really nice. So that is what the knitting is doing so far. And then I'm obviously gaming. As I'm always, I'm like knitting a few rows, playing around of my bullet hell game, and then I'm knitting rows again. That is what I'm doing. And before I was playing a row around and then reading like 20 pages, playing around. That is kind of what my afternoons look like. So yeah, that is the update for today. I'm enjoying the reading. I will see you once probably I'm halfway through the book, or if there's another good update to give. Okay, let's talk reading. I am halfway through The Mercy of Gods now. I am loving it. It is great. Our guys have had a really sad transport to the planet of the aliens. There was like a really, really dark part of the book, like mentally for our main character and his group of scientists. And yeah, that was a really dark part. And then now our guys are on the alien planet. They aren't doing all too well mentally, but the aliens are at least taking care of them, and they have them working on the topic that they also worked on before the aliens invaded the planet our humans were living on. And so that is the point where I'm at right now. We do know straight from the beginning that the humans will be the death to the aliens, or at least like how they operate. So it's kind of interesting to see, like, we know kind of what will happen in like a general sense, but like obviously not what will happen like directly. So it's kind of interesting. We are also still getting the perspective of the aliens, though I am pretty sure we have two different aliens. We have like the Cyrex, I think they're called, which are like the ones that kidnapped our humans. And then we have ones who can go into humans and like share the mind of humans, kind of. And they also want the death of the Cyrex. But the humans aren't, like, they don't have the knowledge that they are there. They just infiltrated the humans, but you can't really tell that the humans has those aliens in them. And so we also get their perspective, which is really interesting. So yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying this read. I am loving it. It is great. It has a great reading flow. It's heavily scientific, which I like. Obviously, all of our main characters are scientists, and they are now working on science. So obviously, you know, all of that is like a little bit more on the science heavy side. Obviously, I don't know if the science is realistic. Can the science even be realistic? Probably not. So take it as it is. But yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying my read. Other updates. I watched a video yesterday. It's by, what's her name? I think the name is Bookleo. And she did, if her name is different, I'm gonna put it on screen. But I watched a video of hers that she put out, I think like half a year ago, but I just found it yesterday, about annotating books. And I never annotated my books because I just didn't think I had anything to say about the books that I'm reading. But she had really interesting points about annotating books and just like putting down what comes into your head in the moment you're reading the words, and that it doesn't have to say anything interesting. It just has to be for you and your thoughts to look back up on. And so what I did do, because I don't want to write into my books, because to be honest, I don't think it will look great when I do it. When other people do it, I'm always like, oh, it looks so cute. When I do it, I'm like, oh, better not. So what I did do is I did go ahead and got myself sticky notes that are transparent, because she did talk about that in her video, that if you don't want to write in your books, just get sticky notes. And I found these transparent ones. And so I have a lot of these, which are just completely transparent. And then I bought like a pretty big pack of these colorful ones that are also transparent. They are just less transparent and a little bit more colorful. And these small tabs, and then I have like really big ones for like bigger things, and then these ones. And so I did do 2 annotations in this book, which I'm not going to tell you what they say, because to be honest, it's just thoughts for myself, and I don't think anybody else is interested in what they say. But I'm interested in trying out how I like it, because I am a big rereader, as you know. And I did realize that I find it kind of sad that I can't always remember what I thought of certain scenes in books when I read them the first time, going back rereading them. And so my thought was, if I annotate books that I really love, I know I will go back to those books. I know that I will reread them. I have a little bit of my thoughts in the book, and I can, compare thoughts, or like add to my thoughts, like looking back, having read the story, which I think sounds really nice. So that is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to just, add a little bit of my thoughts to the book. For example, I have like one sticky note in here, and as you can see, it works wonderfully. It's like completely transparent, and then you can write on them, and the ink isn't going anywhere, which is super good. And so yeah, that is an experiment I'm doing, and I started halfway through this book, obviously, but I will do that with every book that I feel compelled to in the future. And I have a whole bunch of these because they came in pretty big packs, so I have a lot to experiment with. So yeah, that is the newest experiment, which I will do, and we'll see how it will turn out. But if it does turn out great, I'm gonna be really happy, because that means that I can look back on more. And at some point I might just write in the book, but I'm not at that point yet. I do love when other people do it. I really do. I'm not sure about myself. It's the whole like, I always am totally for other people doing things, and then when it comes to myself, I'm just like, oh, you're not worth it. It's a general problem I have. So yeah, that is the solution we're coming up with right now. So yeah, that is what is going on. I will see you once I'm probably 3/4 of the way through the book, or once I finished it, depending on how much is happening, because this is obviously a series. So I don't know, obviously, where we're gonna end up with the first book of the series. And yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying the reading this week. It's amazing. Okay, I'm sorry for the washing machine in the background. Can't change that. Yeah, you're gonna hear it. I needed to wash some towels. I wanted to check in with you. I finished The Mercy of Gods. I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. I'm not gonna talk in detail about any more of the story, because I really think you should go and read the book. That is my personal opinion. I think it's a brilliant sci-fi focused on scientists and kind of putting aliens with like a really different understanding of how the universe is supposed to work against humans and humanity, and how yeah, humans handle peace and war and all of that all together, and like that kind of clashes together, and the aliens kind of underestimate the humans because of that, because they just have their fixed world order and like universal order, and they just, yeah, don't really realize that humans may be different. And then we also have like the other types of aliens that also want to undermine the main aliens. Like it's really, really interesting. The aliens are really cool. I like the contrast between the aliens and the humans. They feel really insecty. So if you don't like that, obviously this might not be for you. But yeah, they get compared to like insects and stuff like that. They are like massive aliens, stuff like that. Really interesting. You really, really should read this. This is a really good start to a series, and I think it's only the first one out there. So, oh no, it's not. I think, yeah, the Mercy of. There are two out there, so I could get the second one, which I will probably do in a couple of months, probably once I pick another batch of books up. The second one is called The Faith of Beasts. So yeah, really love this. I think if you like sci-fi focused on scientists, you should go and get this. Not all of the characters in the book are likable, but I feel like the what is the name of the word? The dynamic between the people really works out, and what kind of a role they play in their research group. So I think that is like it's working out. But yeah, I'm really happy about this book. I'm really happy I finished it. It was a lot of fun reading this week, and yeah, I had a lot of fun reading that. Also, I feel like it's a good length. It has 414 pages, I think. So it's like a good, not too short, not too long book. Other than that, I finished my green sweatshirt. It is dry now. I will probably insert a clip here how it looks worn. I'm really happy with that. It blocked out wonderfully. I don't have to add anything on the arms, which is great. I only have to weave the ends in, and then I'm finished with that. And then the other update knitting wise, which I just didn't get any clips this week, other than the check-ins, because I was just really focused on the things itself and not filming, to be honest, which I'm kind of sorry about, kind of not, because I just really needed that. But yeah, that is how my sweater is looking so far. I am currently binding off the last row, so I don't have a lot to do anymore with this one. And then obviously I need to block it, wash it, and weave all of the ends in. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this is looking. I also started listening to Salem's Lot, which is probably what I will be doing the rest of the week. Well, it's Friday already, so tomorrow and Sunday, and then I should be finished with that. I am really enjoying the audiobook, which is nice. I don't think I had a lot of luck with Stephen King audiobooks so far, so it's really great that I enjoy the Salem's Lot one. I love that book. I think it's my first or second reread. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. I don't really remember. But yeah, I really enjoy that. And so I have a video game I want to finish 100%. I'm missing 11 achievements. So I will probably throw on the audiobook and try and finish up that game. And yeah, that is where I'm at so far this Friday. It's finally the weekend. I really hope your reading week is going as well as mine. Okay, it is now Saturday afternoon. I had a very busy morning finishing my knit, which I did, which I'm really happy about. Reading wise, I just listened to more of Salem's Lot. I'm halfway through the book now. I think one of the things I enjoy the most about Salem's Lot is just how slow it starts, because it's a slow start, but it's a really interesting start. Like, you get to know all of the people in this little village, and the fact that like people move away, and the start of it all, and then peppered in there a little bit about the bad guys and all of that. And so yeah, I think it's a really, like, it's a slow burn fantasy, supernatural book. Um, but like it's a slow burn I really enjoy in like a Stephen King kind of way. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I, you know, it's a really good book and the audiobook is fantastic. I really like the narrator of the audiobook, which is really, really nice. So yeah, I haven't picked a physical book up. I will probably pick one up once I finish the audiobook because I have a lot of things that I want to do knitting wise, and so an audiobook makes more sense. So I finished my sweater. Let me look. I think this is the back side. This is how my finished sweater is looking now. My partner really, really likes it. I'm still not sure about the color. My partner thinks it looks good. I think I just have to, like, I'm just not somebody who wears blue, so I think I just need to learn to like the color. I don't hate it. It's just I don't know if I love it. But yeah, that is how the sweater is looking. Obviously, once I wash it, it will grow a little bit, so the arms will be a little bit longer because for me personally, this is too short. I love my sleeves to go to like here, but I know that this yarn grows quite a lot once you wash it. So after the first wash, this will grow and then it sits, you know, right at my waist, a little bit above my belly button, but once it is washed, it will probably sit right here. So it will have the perfect length. I love how it sits on me. It's just a really simple raglan, but yeah, my first striped sweater that I made. And yeah, I have all of the ends woven in. I just need to wash it and then I can show you how it looks next week in the vlog because obviously it takes quite a while to dry. So yeah, but I really like it. I think it looks really good. I'm just not 100% sure about the color because as you can see, it's like this like pinkish blue dyed yarn, but like the blue is a lot more than the pink, and I thought the pink would be a lot more than the blue. And I think I'm just a little bit disappointed in that. But yeah, I don't think it looks bad. It's just I would have wished the stripes to be a little bit more on the pinkish side rather than so heavily on the blue side. But other than that, I'm just incredibly happy with this. So yeah, I managed to finish the knitting I wanted to do, and I also made a little bit of progress with my partner's sweater, and then I will probably either pick up a scarf project or another sweater for myself because now that it's getting colder outside, I'm like really getting in the sweater mood and like the cardigan mood, and I just this yarn feels so great, and I have a little bit more in a um lilac color and in like a mustardy color, and I'm so excited to knit things with those two. So yeah, we'll see how when I will pick that up. But yeah, that is the end of the week. I hope you enjoyed this week. I had a brilliant, brilliant reading week. I really enjoyed myself. That is really good after the slumpish week that I had before that and before that. I had like two really more like reading slumpy weeks, and now I am getting back in and I'm really happy. I'm excited for the next books that I'm gonna pick up, which I will tell you in next week's vlog. So yeah, I hope you had a great reading week as well. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.